Well, guys, here's this truck again. I had it almost, it hasn't been a week yet, so it has done a lot of changes. Got it back running. Like I said, I think the last tag was on at 17 or 18. The exhaust, of course, was dangling down, so it needed everything welded up on it. So welded everything up on it, got it level. Washed the truck, and because it's been sitting in a junkyard, literally in a junkyard, and washed the truck up. Took the tires off the little brownie over there and wheels. They're super heavy. That's kind of why I want to go with something lighter on that little truck. So I just took the tires off a white truck and threw them on my long wheelbase, and they are really tall tires. These are like a 31 and a half. They're like a 285. What are these things? Pay no attention to my crackling knees when I bend down. But they're 285/60 R18, so it's like a 11 and a half inch wide tire, and it is 31 and a half, I think, tall. So they're extremely tall, and on that truck, it looked good, but I think this truck, it makes it look better. It being a bigger truck and a little bit longer, but I think it turned out pretty good for no more time and effort than I put into it. But I did put a new fuel pump in it. The interior has changed up a good bit. Now it has the old bench seat in it, which matches perfectly with the one in the back. So it didn't just, I didn't just throw any seat in it, but it does still need a really good cleaning on the seat. It was the one out of my other blue truck, but this little truck runs great. I was really shocked how good it ran, and it sounds pretty good too with the Flowmaster. So hopefully this is the last video I make on this truck, because I'm gonna post it today for sale, and somebody wants some a good old truck, they can definitely come and get this one, drive it home, and have a decent looking old truck. But it's not bad. I took the somebody had painted the valve covers, and I put another radiator in it and stuff like that, because it wasn't really the right one for it. So put another radiator in it, of course fuel pump, new hoses, but the valve covers and the end of the air cleaner was painted like Barney purple in it, and it was terrible. But as you can tell, the guy was kind of a painter. But I painted that. Everything works. Even the air conditioning still works on this old truck. It is not terrible. It would make somebody a really good truck. Like I said, it is for sale. And I got a video of it running, driving down the road. Goes through the gears good, and I will show you the interior that I took out of it and put in my little truck. Of course, I have not finished it. I hadn't put the plastic covers on anything. I kind of just threw it in there, bolted it half-assed down. I do have to finish putting all the covers and everything on it, but the seats match perfectly in here. The console I still got to mount, but like I said, I think this truck is, I'm going to keep it. And it was just one of those things. It's getting hard to find a factory set of bucket seats and a console for one of these. And like I said, I have the covers that cover all this up down here at the bottom. But it actually, you know, and this seat had a 6 it's a power seat, of course, but all the power seats, it still worked. And I have to get a power wire and run for that. And that console actually had a power port in the inside of it, so I have to wire that up as well. I'll probably use the same power wire when doing that, but I just think it made this truck way cooler being a bucket seat truck. And I do have to pop a couple different additional hose in the floorboard for that, because from the factory they did not have all the places for bucket seats. You had extra hose for it, and the console had 4 additional hose for it, and the seat belts, the way they mounted down, were actually different between a bench seat and a bucket seat truck. But the bucket seats trucks had a bolt that went through there. I think it was a T47, and the bench seats trucks, they had a stud that came up with two nuts that held them on. So just a little, little stuff, but hell, everything's, hooked back up as far as the bucket seats. As far as the seat belts, they're the right ones for it, that bolt down to the floor, but with the cover on them, because the ones for a bench seat, you would have had a additional one right here and a pull over there for the middle seat to have the middle passenger ride in there. So you'd have had an extra seat belt, and they were all molded together, and they used a cable, in which that one I'm sure is a cable in that bracket, but these had what you see here, which were a molded cable, and then that came up through the floorboard. Then you had 2 over here. So all that was out of that truck over there, and of course I mounted it all down. It's it's safe. I wouldn't put my child in it, but I mean somebody else's child, yeah, no problem. But it's not a bad old truck. But it turned out decent for it sitting in a junkyard for almost 8 years now, something like that. So it's not terrible. It definitely needs a new home. So if anybody is looking for one, it's a 94. Brakes work great on it. 350 4L60 transmission. I want to say that was right around the first year for a 4L60. I want to say 93, 92 was about the last year for $700. So it does have some 4L60 in it, what that's worth. But it shifts out great. Everything works, all the gauges work. Just needs a new home now. So if anybody's interested in this jewel, just let me know. And I think I'm gonna put the rallies that were on my little short wheelbase C10 on this truck, those 8-inch rallies with the beauty rings and center caps, and like a 30-inch tall tire on it. So I think that's what I'm gonna do with this truck. It'd make it look better. Of course, I'm not gonna leave those wheels on there. It was just one of those things. I didn't really like the 5 stars on there that much, but I think the truck with the old rallies, and I did lower that truck a little bit. Nowhere near as low as that one, but I did lower it a little. And so that one is definitely getting the rallies, I do believe. But I think I'm going to paint them like a tan color. Not going silver, I'm not going white. I think I want to go with almost a little bit lighter tan than that center band on the truck. But as you can see, the Chevelle's back over here. She still runs. I parked it there about a little over a week ago. But it still runs good. It made it through the winter. We had some cold weather there for a while, and luckily the antifreeze held up and didn't crack my block. But the old 61 down there, I had a guy that was coming to get it first thing in the morning, but some things came up and he wasn't able to get it, so it is back for sale. And that's why I don't take deposits, because he was wanting to give me a deposit a while back on the truck, and I was like, no, if something falls through, I don't want to just take your money. But it's one of those things where I'm not gonna want to refund somebody's money. If you want it, come get it. If you don't, you know, I'll sell it. And I would just about bet I'm gonna sell this thing within the next week. And I need to make a challenge on that. If I don't sell it within the next week or two, I'll give it to somebody. But I'm definitely gonna get rid of it. And I posted it again last night, so I'm sure it'll be gone within a couple weeks. 61 factory 4x4, pretty cool, neat old truck, but just something I'm not gonna fool with, and it's just never gonna get around to fixing a lot of this junk. So just gotta keep them in I guess priorities, and that's very low on the totem pole. But yeah, that's a neat little truck. I'm gonna keep this one, and I enjoy driving that truck. I think I'm gonna put a receiver hitch. I got a couple of them that I've taken off of OBS's. I'm gonna take that bumper off and put a factory just smooth style line bumper on it, and a receiver hitch just where I can pull a trailer, something like that. Little truck runs good. Might put some different gears in it because it's got I want to say they're either 273 or 308s in it, and with that 5-speed, she is, I don't know. on the interstate, you can, you know, 4th gear, hell, you can put it in 5th, but you better be running on down the road. But that was with these 31s on it, so maybe with a smaller tire, of course, it's gonna help. But yeah, I'm debating. I'm gonna take this truck. It's got a perfect running little 350 in it, and I'm gonna take that motor out. And I've got a 283, not that 283, but I've got a 283 that I rebuilt in another video, which, and I say rebuilt, I use that loosely, but I threw it together. But that little 283, we need to cover it up. That thing would spin over. But this old truck runs great. I just need to take the motor out and put the 283 in it because I want to keep that 350. But it will be for sale because I don't think I'm ever going to do anything with it. I drove it right there, and it runs and drives. It's just like I said, just an old big truck. But if anybody's interested in it, comment in it, and I will get it running soon, and it would be able to run and drive out of here. I can tell you that, if somebody bought it, so they wouldn't have to tow it back. Now, I do sell a lot of them that has to be towed, but that one's going to cost somebody a lot of money to tow it just because it's so big. But yeah, somebody with a gooseneck, you'd be fine. But it does run like it is now, but I want to try to keep that 350. But yeah, that old truck, hopefully next day or so, it will be gone. But we shall see. But I'm trying to keep these videos to about 15 minutes because a lot of people probably get tired of hearing my voice after about 7-8 minutes. So it just is what it is. But I'm going to keep making them. But as always, I hope y'all like and subscribe. Till the next one, y'all stay safe and have a good one.